Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Book Since the 90s book club for the month of August. It's been a hot minute since we've been on here, but welcome if you're new, and if you're not new, thank you for sticking around and waiting on us to get our crap together for this again. But if you guys don't know, my name is Bailey. This is my channel, and I'll let everyone else introduce themselves.
My name is Jess, and I apologize if you can hear my puppy in the background. She's a little bit restless and waiting for her dad to get home so he can take her. There he goes. Goodbye.
Perfect timing.
Yeah.
My name is Felisa, and I'm a booktube girly too.
Yeah, I've been doing really bad about posting and stuff recently. Like, I still post, but like I don't have a set schedule anymore. I just kind of post whenever.
I'm still posting because I have been in a really big reading slump, so I have no content if you don't read books.
Sure. So we're going to be talking about the Atlas Six in this discussion. So if you have not read it and you don't want to be spoiled, I guess. I don't know if we even know spoilers at this point, but if you don't want to be spoiled, then just go ahead and click off. And if you don't care about being spoiled, or if you have read the book, then let's start the discussion, I guess. So, Jess, your rating.
Well, I didn't finish the book because I literally couldn't get into it. The beginning really intrigued me when like everyone was being selected for like this academy. I found that super interesting. But then I don't know, like I got 40% of the way through it and I just couldn't get into it. I was like, I don't understand what's going on. These characters aren't intriguing me at all. And so I just put it down because I was like, I can't finish this. So I have no rating.
Melissa?
So mine is like similar with Jess, except for I suffered through it to the end. But the beginning was definitely intriguing. I feel like that was probably the strongest point of the book, was watching Atlas go around selecting them. Towards the middle half was just like a lot of rambling, and I guess it's because we had 6 perspectives, so we really couldn't build on these characters. So every time we were getting a little deeper, we'll jump to another one, and then there's like that mystery going on that wasn't making sense. So I was just confused and literally just getting headaches all the way through until the end. So I wound up with a 1 star for this book. It was too much of a torture.
Oh no. The verdict's still out on my rating because I have not finished it yet. I'm hoping to finish it this month, but it was putting me in a reading slump, so I had to put it down for a little bit because I didn't have the urge to pick it up. Like, I thought a couple of things were interesting that I did end up reading, and I was like, oh, if I was actually in the mood to read this, like, I would really like this, and I think that I would want to continue reading it, but I just don't read this right now. So maybe by the end of the month we'll have a rating for this, so maybe keep an eye out.
Was this like y'all's first dark academia, or do y'all like really familiar with that genre?
I've read a few dark academia and I really love the genre. That's why I was so excited to read it, but I didn't get any of those vibes from this book.
Yeah, I've read, the only dark academia I've really read was Plain Bad Heroines when we read it, but yeah, other than that, but this didn't feel like dark, really. To me, it just felt kind of like academia, you know?
I would say like the dark part happens, I guess like the dark part happens towards like the second half of this book because of the I won't say any spoilers since we're not in that yet, but due to like things that get like revealed, and even then it was just kind of like because I'm not really a huge reader of this genre, but this was giving me the same vibes as I think it's called The Secret History or something, that really book everyone's always talking about. Yeah, I didn't like that one either. So when this one was blending in together, I was like, we're going down the wrong road.
Interesting.
I feel like it's been a while since we have all collectively hated the book.
Yeah. Actually, I think it has been a very long time. I don't remember what the last book was that we all hated.
I don't remember.
We were all confused with Plain Bad Heroines. That was
Yes.
a cumulative confused.
Yeah.
But yeah, this, I guess we can get into spoilers because I kind of want to talk about the first like 170 pages.
Yeah.
Because that's all I read up to. And then we can, I guess, kind of talk a little bit more about the back half of the book and see if there's any juicy spoilers. So I'm going to put up a banner if I can remember how to do that. It's been a really long time since we have done this, so I do not remember.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
There we go. Okay. We all said that we liked the like selection aspect of it, and I think that was really good. How do we feel about that like battle section? When they like first got there and those people were like invading.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I was confused, first of all. I didn't really know. I was like, is this a test? Or, I didn't know if it was like part of the, you may survive, like how they had to wait a whole year, and like whoever survives, whatever. So I was like, oh, maybe this is a test. This is part of it, like an initiation thing. But I was confused because this is where I like right after I kind of stopped really listening because so was it an initiation or was it people trying to kill them?
I think it was a bit of both. Okay. I think it wasn't necessarily an initiation per se. Like I think they definitely told or let the news out that the new class of initiates was going to be there. And so the people who have been trying to find like the library or whatever it is were like, all right, yeah, since there's new people, the defenses are going to be down and we're going to go like do our thing.
Okay.
And I think like with that, I felt like it wasn't as like climatic as they wanted, as much tension, because we didn't know what they were trying to get to, these people were just like, what did he say, like the CIA and then like the British equivalent or something of it. And I'm like, but how are they going to get, like, what is happening? I didn't know what they were fighting for. So I was kind of like checking out just due to that fact of like, okay, y'all fighting and I just met everyone. Okay.
I know, like, and that's what I found was like a common theme that made me stop reading it is because there was no explanation to anything. Like it was just very superficial. And that's what I wanted from this, like from the synopsis, is because it was magic themed. I was like, oh, I want like an in-depth thing, like explanation about the magic system and like how each person has these abilities, but it was never really explained in like the first 40% of it. And so it honestly felt more like a magical realism to me.
Because two of the people were physicists, like that's what they were described as.
Yeah, I even had to make a note on like who did what because I was like so confused as to who did what and how that was going to play a role in the book. And so obviously we had like two physicists and then one that can see through illusions, a manipulist, a mind reader, and a naturalist. But I felt like they didn't really explain super in depth of why they were so important that these were like the 6 that were chosen.
Yeah. And like, how did they come to be those things? Were they born like that? Were they taught that? How did they like develop their skills?
Yeah, I don't know. The whole
questions
thing,
you never get answers to.
I know.
You just
yeah, the whole thing was just kind of weird to me, or at least a little bit that I did read.
Because
Weird.
like Atlas said that like he chooses them because they all have like this raw ability. Like the physics girl, like she has this raw ability, and like I just don't feel like we saw anything throughout this book that was just like astounding. Like wow, her power is that power.
Yeah.
I don't know what else happened. Let me think.
What did you guys think of the characters?
Honestly, kind of snooze fest.
Let me see their names. I found Nico. So also that's another thing that wasn't explained. Nico and his friend Gideon. We just had like a magical creature thrown in there. Like he was like mermaid and something else, and we get no explanation as to like
I remember that.
What is that?
Why is he staying there? Like, why does he feel the need to like protect him so much? Like, what did his parents do that were so bad that made him like fearful? And when his mom does come, like, how does she use him that makes him like afraid, you know, that she's like banging on the door, like trying to get in, like, where's my son? Where's my son? But then leaves him in the forest for like years. Like, why is any of that happening?
No, well, like, okay, so like Gideon can travel into dreams, like he can travel into people's dreams and steal their memories or alter their memories. It's like what his big gift is that his mom wants, and she sends him on missions to steal memories of like these really important people. But what she does with it, we don't know. And he's just like afraid that she's going to come back and have him do that again. And then these people are going to like try to hunt him down.
So that's why Nico's like protecting him.
Yeah, because he's like, your mom is going to keep putting your life at risk. But like also Nico isn't like human, even though he's like in a human body. And that's supposed to be like Nico's primary reason for going to the society is to figure out how much time Gideon has left.
Oh, Nico's not human?
No. Gideon's not human. Nico's human, yeah.
I thought Libby was kind of boring. And her little boyfriend, when obviously her and Nico need to be together. Like, there's literally there's nothing else. Like, that's it.
We need rivals to lovers is what we need.
Exactly. Especially considering the fact that they like, it describes them as being like so like in sync for everything else that they did, like all their magic, like they were a pair, even like in school, like it was them too. But yeah, y'all can't get along. Like, what's going on?
And then it made no sense. It made no sense why they didn't get along. They were like, oh, we were just not supposed to get along because we were all supposed to like one up each other. But like even their professors weren't encouraging it. Like their professors would tell them to work together. So I'm just like, is it really what y'all, or is it just some tension happening?
Yeah.
But I would say like with Libby's storyline, I feel like one of the things that kept making me want to check out is, and it may be like petty, but they keep mentioning her bangs so much. Like she always touched her bangs. Her bangs were like literally, it was a subplot. It was like, when is this girl gonna grow out her bangs so she can stop picking with them? It was so.
I didn't notice that.
That's funny. Which, because in the book there's like pictures of all the characters, but then there's like more parts than there is characters. So there's like 2 extra characters. Do we like meet them?
I think one of those characters is supposed to be Ezra, who actually does get like a chapter. When we get to the second half, I'll explain why this was.
Is Ezra the time traveler? Which one can travel through time?
Remember, Atlas didn't say that one of the 6 could travel through time. Like that was supposed to be okay. You know what?
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I did read spoilers. I did find a spoiler. I thought that was something that I had already read.
So I was on the time section, like the time section where Libby realizes that Tristan can like see the time particles, and if he points her in the right direction, then she can like freeze time.
Yes.
That's as far as I got.
Okay. Yeah. So them 2 wind up getting closer because of that situation. Like that scene is like an important scene. I guess that's also why like she drags it out so much. Is because he can see through like illusions and stuff and sees the tiny details. And what is that other guy? Like some of these people honestly could have been killed in that invasion, because that was important. Tristan's important, Libby's important, Ezra's important. And what is that girl that's like always talking about how she doesn't care about her beauty?
Oh, Rena.
Yeah, her and the
Rihanna.
guy that she's talking to.
Callum?
No, he's Atlas' assistant or something like that. He's part of the society.
Oh, Parisa.
Yeah, Parisa and who's the guy?
Nico?
And
There's
not
Nico.
Ben, but it's some like random name. Davis.
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah, I can't even this man's name. But yeah, the man on the side. Them two are the main ones that really like highlight throughout the second part of this book, even though it's boring. Where is this man's name?
Oh, that makes sense. Then it would be that man, and then Ezra would be the two extra people, I think.
Mm-hmm. I can't remember their names, so I don't remember their description.
Is it Elif?
Is that his name? Elif?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think it was more basic than that.
Okay.
It was Dalton.
Okay, I knew it started with a D.
Yeah. So that moment is like supposed to be like a hint at like Tristan's powers and how he'll be able to be the one to like see through this whole thing that Atlas is doing.
Okay, makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense, I guess.
Yeah. But I'm making it sound more exciting, and that's why I'm kind of like trying to use my words better, because it's not that exciting.
Yeah.
But that's just like because they work together. So the big purpose or the dark part of the academia is the fact that like out of the 6 of them, one isn't like, okay, you just get kicked out. Like they have to collectively decide to kill that person.
Kill someone, yeah. Mm-hmm. Which I did know that. I did see that because she basically got that out of his mind.
Mm-hmm.
Is that they were going to have to end up picking someone to kill. And obviously, I don't know who they decided to kill, but
I don't know either.
If I wanted it to be anyone, Callum, I think. Because I did not like him. I think I hated him the most.
Mm-hmm. And all the other characters agreed with you. Like, they all hated him because of, like, there's, like, this thing he does to Parisia, or whatever her name is. But they have, like, a wit, since they can play in people's minds, since she can read people's memories, and then, like, he can make people do stuff. And he, like, they do this blown, drawn out game where you get, like, an understanding of her past and stuff. And then he, like, convinces her to like jump off the bridge or like the roof.
What?
And that is like and I was like, oh, juicy, y'all, like we're getting good stuff now. But she does like something that I really hate, and she made that whole scene really didn't happen. It was all inside of their minds. And like Parisia when I tell you it makes no sense, like she said Parisia had jumped into Nico's head and made Nico's mind their playing ground when they were supposed to be playing in each other's head, but like she shifted it into Nico's head. And I'm just like, what?
That doesn't make any sense to me.
It's like Inception mind jumping.
I know. And then, like, Nico feels like it's his fault that he was able to manipulate her because he was the one with the weak brain. And I was like, what?
If he had a weak brain, he wouldn't be able to manipulate her.
Yeah.
It was too much science into that. When they started talking about those wormholes, when they started talking about breaking down atoms,
yeah,
I was like, no. This is big brain energy, and I do not want to use that while reading.
Yeah, honestly, I just feel like this whole book, like, I feel like it reads, like, very outdated in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
Not necessarily, like, classical,
But like 2000s,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
90s. Yeah.
Like older.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just boring. I don't know.
So wait, who was it in the end that they
Wait,
decided?
I don't want to know. Hold
Oh,
on.
okay.
Hold on. I'll mute myself and then I'll mute the sound and then you say it. Okay. Okay, go.
Okay, so the ending goes like this. So he winds up, so they wind up finding Libby dead on her floor.
Okay.
And everyone's thinking that like somebody killed Libby. And then once they come in there, Tristan, since he can see things all the way down to particles, he can see that her particles aren't right. And so that's not her. He was like, that's an illusion. And the only person in the society that can do illusions is Dalton. And Dalton works with Atlas. So they're like, why did Atlas have Dalton create this illusion of her as dead so we can continue on? And so it turns out that like Ezra is the time traveling dude and he's the mastermind behind all of this. And he set this all up because he wants to like overrun the society, him and Atlas. That was their plan together. And that's why they selected everyone that they did for this. And then like Ezra has like a change of heart. Like he doesn't want to like overthrow the society anymore. So then they have to like move forward with a new beginning.
So no one actually dies.
No, because Libby, since he can time travel, he moved Libby into a different timeline.
Oh, okay.
So when I say the physics is a real thing, the physics is a real thing. Like we are time traveling and breaking down protocols.
Yeah. Okay, Bailey, you're good.
Okay. Because I still think that I might finish it, so I don't want to be spoiled.
Yeah.
Because I do still think that I will end up finishing it because, like I said, if it was just another like time, and I was in like a different, like if it was a little bit colder outside, you know.
I feel like October may be your month to read it, to finish it.
Yeah, but I only have like a week and a half left with the audiobook, so I might have to get a little bit quicker than that.
Yeah.
But
I don't think the seasons will help me with this. I don't think it was too like all over the place to read.
I
So
definitely
like
think
that's
that at max, it would be a 3-star at max. Like, there's no way that it would get higher than that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's why I'm just so like y'all. When I tell you, I'm like, is it me? So I'm so glad like y'all were DNFing this book because everyone raves about it on Book Talk and have all these special editions.
But then when I read to like try and figure out what happened in the book, there was like no one rated this book well. You know, like all the reviews that I read were just like, oh, we expected this to be so much better. Like the synopsis was so good. And then it just like, she built stuff up, but then the climax was just like nothing with each event that happened in the book. It was just underwhelming is what the common denominator I found was that throughout the reviews there.
Yeah, I agree.
We just all didn't read the same thing. Maybe us three read the same thing, but we didn't read the same thing as everybody else.
Yeah. They had different editions. And like everyone was saying that this is very like character driven. And I just feel like that was a cop out for her not really having a plot for this book. Because these characters, like I love character driven books, but I just didn't feel like we got like we have two people's backstory, and that was Parisia's and then Nico's because he's entangled with Gideon. But like other than that, we don't know these people. Like the girl that is a naturalist, she says something about like hating her family, but like her family has money. We never understand her at all.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's definitely not character driven or plot driven.
Just justification for how much pages? 360 pages.
375 pages.
Oh god.
Y'all, when I tell you, I was like, this text is smaller than it's supposed to be. Like, this is not how the text usually is.
Yeah, the text is really small. Honestly, the whole book, just,
I'm really interested to see if you actually finish it, Bailey.
I'm planning on it.
Yeah.
I'm planning on it. That's my goal. I hope to finish it before the end of the year. We're just going to say that. Because I've still been reading Zodiac Academy, the second book.
Oh, yeah.
And I've literally been reading that for like 6 months now. Okay, not really. It's been since May, but still.
Because you're like, what? You finished like 8 books. I laughed because you had finished like 8 books, and I was like, and she still can't make it to this one though. She finished like 8 books already.
Yeah. Those are easy. Those are what I want to read. This is not. This is not it.
Yeah.
It's just not the same as like romance, you know what I mean?
Not at even though she tries to like, I don't know what she's doing because I was like, I don't care about these people, so I really don't care like what type of moments they're having because it's just like, who cares?
Yeah.
Well, it's not like you can even really root for anyone because you don't really know them.
And like how they start, and that's the thing like about the society. So the whole purpose, it makes no sense. Like when I say it, it's just I keep saying that because the society doesn't make sense to me because the whole purpose, like from my understanding, is that like this society gets you access to like books that will help you succeed in life. Is that like
I have no idea because I don't understand. I did not understand the purpose of this society.
Yeah, I think it's just mainly like a secret library type deal, but only certain people have access to it because like if only one person had access to it, then that would be like really bad because they would continue to seek for knowledge or whatever. But if a select few keep the knowledge, then it never like dies out or something like that.
Okay. Like I said, I have no. We met like one person that was like actually been in the society, but they were just like a CEO, and I'm like, do you really need to go through all this?
Yeah.
Just like a CEO over a company?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe
Are you reading along with it, like physically, or just listening to it?
Yeah, I was reading along with it physically. So I started out just trying to like physically read it. And I got like 28 pages in and I said, oh no, not do that. So I started listening to it on audio and my like library had thankfully dropped it off in my Libby app Thursday. I saw it when I was leaving work and I was like, oh yes, fantastic. I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna finish this book. I'm gonna read it this weekend. I have the audiobook. I'm gonna get it done. I read 150 pages of it. And that's it.
Oh no.
And then I literally had to start something else.
Yeah, that's why I was like, she's finishing books before she finishes this one. You're finishing so much because I didn't have the audiobook. There was like a long wait on mine, so that's why this one was like its own special form of torture for me.
Yeah, that is a commitment.
Yeah. But I don't think I have anything else to say about it. Do y'all?
No.
I don't recommend. Glad I do.
Yeah. Would you, so Valisa, would you read the sequel?
No, ma'am. I have no interest. No interest at all. I feel like this book is just for people who love physics. This is honestly, in my opinion, not a fantasy. This is a sci-fi academia book. It's what it should be marketed as.
Yeah, makes sense. Well, I guess that's going to be it for our discussion for the Atlas 6. If you're watching, thank you for watching. And if you're watching this back, thank you still for watching. And hopefully we will see you guys next month. Not sure on whose channel just yet, but I have all of that linked down in the description, along with Jess and Lisa's channels for future lives. And yeah, so see you guys later.
Bye.